Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic empirical process control. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management and Scrum. So let's start. Friend, Scrum is an agile framework for managing and delivering complex projects. Many people think that Scrum is only for small and medium sized projects. However, it is not true. Scrum framework can be used for complex projects as well, where complexity level is very high. Scrum is a framework which is based on agile based approach in which we divide the work into multiple chunks, and it is an incremental and adaptive approach in which we deliver the work into to the customer by dividing the whole work into multiple chunks. So a very important principle of Scrum framework is the empirical process control. Friend, empirical process control basically emphasize on basic three main principles: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. So generally we call these three principles, transparency, inspection, and adaptation, as a pillar of the Scrum framework. So you can understand, you can realize that how much it is important that these principles should be followed and present in the Scrum framework whenever you are implementing a software based project. So first is the transparency. Friend, transparency in Scrum refers to the visibility of the process, work, and progress. Anything should not be hidden to anyone. All the information related to project should be visible to all stakeholders, team members, anyone involved in the project. All persons should know that how project is going on, what are the issues are there, what is the progress is there, and the common understanding about the current state of the project, which facilitate better collaboration and decision making, is very important. Friend, many time it happened that whenever we are implementing projects, so it is a general opinion. Many people think that it is better to hide the things, like the project progress should be hidden or etc. These sorts of things. But in the Scrum framework, it is highly appreciable that the progress, the things should be transparent to all the persons, not only to the customer, also to the internal stakeholder and the development team as well. Then inspection means, friend, that Scrum appreciate that the all the artifacts, progress, and the product itself, to identify variances from the expected, it should be properly inspected, especially the working software, so that if there are any deviations from the plan or potential issues, so it should be identified at a very early stage of a project life cycle. Scrum provides events such as sprint review, sprint retrospective, for inspection to take place. For example, in the sprint review, the team demonstrate the work which has been completed at the end of the sprint, and if there are any deviations and if there are any improvements are required, so it can be taken accordingly. Then adaptation means, friend, that if there are any deviations or issues identified during the inspection performed by the customer or performed by product owner, so the Scrum promotes immediate adaptation or adjustment. Adaptation involves making changes to the process, plans, or product backlog based on the insights gained during inspection. Product backlog is the complete set of feature set which needs to be developed for the product. Scrum encourages continuous improvement, and the team is expected to adjust its approach to optimize value delivery. Friend, continuous improvement means whatever the feedback you are getting from the customer, from the product backlog, from the product owner. So if there are any changes required, if there are any improvements are required, so always Scrum promotes these adaptation and changes as well. Here, friend, remember that the Scrum is more agile, is more like acceptance of changes are more there in the Scrum framework. Now if we talk about that how empirical process control is implemented in Scrum throughout its framework, so first is the sprint. Friend, a sprint is a 3 to 4 week time period during which the Scrum development team, basically deliver the potential shippable product increment. That means, like for example, they have taken the 10 features for a product which needs to be developed, and at the end of the each sprint, a sprint review is conducted to inspect the increment and gather feedback from a stakeholder. So sprint is a very fundamental concept is there, which is a basically iterative approach. With each sprint, product is evolving and going towards the closure of the project. Then daily Scrum is a basically a 15-minute meeting in which the team members are standing. Normally the product owner, the scrum master and the scrum development team participated, and they discuss about the progress of the work, like what I have completed yesterday, what I am doing today, and what are the impediments and bottlenecks and issues I am facing. It provides an opportunity for daily inspection of the work completed, work planned, and any impediments the team is facing. This regular inspection allows the team to adopt its plan for the day and to address any emerging issues as well. Then the sprint review meeting, basically friend, once the sprint is completed, so at the end of the sprint the development team showcase and display the work which has been completed, and as the stakeholders, especially the customer, the business team, product owner, all scrum master, all those stakeholder attended the sprint review meeting and provide their feedback on the work which has been completed. If there are any like for example any issues are there, so it could be discussed in this meeting as well. For example, if there are any changes are there, so product owner and the customer side, they can basically discuss, and they can give their feedback about the work which has been completed as well. Then sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective is a meeting held after the sprint review meeting. In this meeting, basically the sprint which has been passed, so the product owner, scrum master, scrum development team, they will sit together and they will discuss that what went well, what could be improved, and what are the things what are the areas where the improvement is required. This is a very very important meeting with respect to the improvement, because the retrospective is a key element in the empirical process control cycle, promoting continuous improvement. Here friend, remember one thing, that retrospective is not any blame game, like it is not a session in which people are blaming to each other. Basically it is a session for improvement. Like normally it happened that these sorts of sessions are basically heated session in which the teams are basically like blaming to each other. Here the scrum master role is very important, that makes sure that this sort of discussion should be smooth, and everyone is participating with upfront, with open minded, and just to try to improve the things as well. So friend, here remember that the empirical process control is by incorporating these events and principles, Scrum provides a framework that embraces changes, allows for regular inspection, and encourages adaptation to ensure that the team can respond effectively to the complexities of a project. The empirical process control in Scrum helps team deliver value in a flexible and adaptive manner.